The gharial. Most crocodiles are built to crush. Wide jaw, bone-shattering bite, forelegs strong enough to drag a buffalo into water. The gharial has none of that, and somehow that makes it stranger. Found in the river systems of northern India, the Chambal, the Ganges, the Gandak, this crocodilian carries a snout so impossibly thin and long, it looks structurally wrong. 6 meters of body weight, balanced on a jaw that looks like it would snap under pressure. It won't. Over 100 interlocking teeth line it, not for crushing, for trapping fish at speed underwater with one lateral snap. At the tip of every adult male's snout sits a bulbous growth called a gara, used to amplify vocalizations and blow bubbles during mating displays. On land, it drags itself on its belly. Its legs aren't built for its own weight. In water, it becomes something else. One of the most hydrodynamically precise hunters alive, requiring almost zero energy to intercept prey. Fewer than 650 remain in the wild, critically endangered. Nature designed something this specific, this architecturally committed to a single purpose, and we nearly erased it before most people knew it existed. The saiga antelope. The first photograph most people see of a saiga antelope they assume has been altered. It hasn't. Across the freezing steppe grasslands of Central Asia and Russia, this animal moves in herds that once numbered millions, carrying a nose that looks borrowed from another species entirely. A large, downward-hanging proboscis that inflates, filters dust, and warms incoming air to body temperature before it reaches the lungs. In summer, dust storms, it breathes clean. In winters, dropping to -40°C, it breathes warm. Standing 80 centimeters at the shoulder, weighing up to 70 kilograms, it doesn't look built to survive anything. It is built to survive everything the Central Asian steppe produces. It migrates thousands of kilometers. It moves as a single mass, reading terrain and weather in real time. In 2015, a bacterial outbreak killed 200,000 saiga in 3 weeks, over 60% of the global population. Scientists present couldn't explain the speed. The bacteria, Pastorella multicida, had always existed in the population harmlessly. Something in the warming climate triggered it to turn. Nature gave it the perfect nose, then changed the climate underneath it. The platypus. When the first specimen arrived in Britain in 1799, the examining scientist picked up scissors and checked the bill for stitching. He was certain someone had sewn a duck's beak onto a mammal as a hoax. It wasn't a hoax. It has never been a hoax. Native to eastern Australia and Tasmania, the platypus lays eggs. Despite being a mammal, it produces milk through skin patches because it has no nipples. It navigates underwater with eyes and ears completely sealed, using around 40,000 electroreceptors embedded in its bill to detect the electrical fields produced by muscle movement and prey. Males carry venomous spurs on their hind legs, delivering venom that causes immediate, severe pain in humans and kills smaller animals outright. It weighs roughly 2 kilograms. It is one of 5 surviving monotremes on Earth. Its lineage diverged from other mammals approximately 166 million years ago, before the rules of mammalian biology fully stabilized. It isn't an accident, it's a record, a living document of what mammals looked like before evolution committed to a single direction. The goblin shark. At depths below 270 meters, where pressure is crushing, light doesn't reach, and most biology we understand stops working cleanly, The goblin shark drifts. Its skin is semi-translucent pink, blood vessels visible beneath. Its snout extends forward in a long, flat rostrum dense with electroreceptors. It moves slowly, almost passively, because at those depths, energy is the most valuable resource. Then something moves within range. Its jaw launches forward, a slingshot mechanism extending several centimeters beyond the snout in under 0.3 seconds, snapping closed before prey registers what happened. It doesn't chase. It positions, detects, and fires. Growing to 6 meters, it has existed in this exact form for over 125 million years, making it one of the oldest shark lineages alive. The tardigrade 1/2 millimeter, 8 stubby legs, a barrel-shaped body, and a mouth that punctures cell walls to extract nutrients. In 2007, the European Space Agency placed tardigrades in open low Earth orbit, exposed simultaneously to vacuum, cosmic radiation, and direct solar UV. Most survived. Some reproduced afterward. The tardigrade, found in moss, soil, deep ocean sediment, Himalayan ice, and hot springs, survives temperatures from -272 Celsius to 150 Celsius above zero. Radiation doses 1,000 times lethal to humans. Complete dehydration for decades, entering cryptobiosis, a state where metabolism reduces to 0.01% of normal, all biological processes suspended, waiting for water to return. Over 1,300 species exist. The immortal jellyfish Turritopsis dohrnii is 4.5 millimeters across. It drifts through the Mediterranean and the waters of Japan, nearly invisible to the human eye, doing something no other complex organism on Earth does. When it is old, injured, or starving, instead of dying, it reverts. Its mature cells undergo transdifferentiation, converting back into juvenile stem cells. The adult collapses back to a polyp. The life cycle restarts. The shoebill stork. It stands 5 feet tall. It does not move. For up to an hour at a time, in the papyrus swamps of Uganda, Sudan, and Zambia, it stands completely still and stares. Its bill is the size of a shoe, hooked, powerful, edged. And when a lungfish surfaces to breathe in low-oxygen swamp water, the shoebill collapses forward in a full-body lunge, slamming its bill down with enough force to decapitate prey in a single strike. Then it repositions the carcass head first. Then it swallows. Its communication is bill clattering, fast, mechanical, described consistently as resembling machine gun fire. Its wingspan reaches 2.4 meters. Its closest living relatives are pelicans. Images matching its description appear in ancient Egyptian art. It has been here longer than most of what we call civilization. It knows exactly what it is, and it watches everything with the same flat, patient expression. You included. The axolotl. There are fewer than a few hundred left in the wild. They exist in one place, the remnants of Lake Xochimilco on the southern edge of Mexico City, in water increasingly polluted by a city of 22 million people surrounding it. This matters because the axolotl does something no other vertebrate on Earth does at its level. It regrows limbs completely. Bone, muscle, nerve, blood vessel, skin, structurally accurate, functionally identical to the original, with no scar tissue. It regrows its spinal cord. It regrows portions of its heart. It regrows parts of its brain. It never fully metamorphoses. It retains juvenile features, external feathery gills, wide flat head, smooth skin, permanently through a process called neoteny. It lives in a state of permanent biological adolescence, and within that state, it regenerates anything it loses. Scientists have identified the signaling molecules. They have sequenced its genome, one of the largest ever mapped, 10 times the size of the human genome. They have tracked the cellular coordination in real time, and mammalian tissue still will not replicate it because the mechanism requires cellular communication that human biology has never developed. The most regeneratively capable vertebrate ever documented. Critically endangered, almost gone. Nature built something it probably shouldn't have been able to build, and we are losing it to a polluted lake while we still don't understand what it's showing us. 8 things that exist outside the rules we use to explain life. Which one made you stop? The one that can't die, or the one that keeps rebuilding itself? Tell me in the comments, because I think your answer reveals something about what part of this actually unsettles you. And if that question stays with you, there's a video already on this channel about a predator that makes everything on this list look ordinary. Watch it next.